Question 1. What date did King Charles III ascend to the throne of the United Kingdom? A. 1 May 2022. B. 8 September 2022. C. 15 June 2022. D. 30 November 2022. Answer. B. 8 September 2022. King Charles III ascended to the throne of the United Kingdom on 8 September 2022. Question 2. Who is the current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as of 2022? A. Boris Johnson. B. David Cameron. C. Rishi Sunak. D. Liz Truss. Answer. C. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak is the current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as of 2022. Question 3. What document, signed in 1215, is considered foundational to British constitutional law? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Charter of Liberties. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer. C. The Magna Carta. Signed in 1215, the Magna Carta is considered foundational to British constitutional law. Question 4. Name the battle that ended the Wars of the Roses in 1487. A. The Battle of Bosworth Field. B. The Battle of Agincourt. C. The Battle of Naseby. D. The Battle of Stoke Field. Answer. D. The Battle of Stoke Field. The Battle of Stoke Field in 1487 is recognized as the battle that ended the Wars of the Roses. Question 5. What was the primary objective of the Human Rights Act 1998? A. To establish the UK Supreme Court. B. To incorporate the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. C. To define the powers of Parliament. D. To separate the powers of the executive and the judiciary. Answer. B. To incorporate the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. The primary objective of the Human Rights Act 1998 was to incorporate the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. Question 6. Who was the British Prime Minister during the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998? A. Tony Blair. B. John Major. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. David Cameron. Answer. A. Tony Blair. Tony Blair was the British Prime Minister during the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. Question 7. What event, occurring in 1707, unified the Parliaments of England and Scotland? A. The Glorious Revolution. B. The Act of Union. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Restoration. Answer. B. The Act of Union. The Act of Union in 1707 unified the Parliaments of England and Scotland. Question 8. In what year did the UK first introduce the decimal currency system? A. 1962. B. 1971. C. 1981. D. 1955. Answer. B. 1971. The UK first introduced the decimal currency system in 1971. Question 9. What year did the Great Fire of London take place? A. 1666. B. 1642. C. 1655. D. 1677. Answer. A. 1666. The Great Fire of London took place in 1666. Question 10. Name the legislation that initiated the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. A. The Union of the Crowns. B. The Acts of Union 1707. C. The Acts of Union 1800. D. The Magna Carta. Answer. C. The Acts of Union 1800. The Acts of Union 1800 initiated the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Question 11. Who led the British government during the majority of World War II? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Stanley Baldwin. Answer. A. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill led the British government during the majority of World War II. Question 12. What is the name of the residence where the Prime Minister of the UK lives? A. Windsor Castle. B. Buckingham Palace. C. 10 Downing Street. D. Chequers. Answer: C. 10 Downing Street. The Prime Minister of the UK lives at 10 Downing Street. Question 13. Describe the main purpose of the Commonwealth of Nations. A. To maintain economic sanctions on non-member countries. B. To promote British interests globally. C. To foster international cooperation and support among member nations. D. To provide military support to former colonies. Answer: C. To foster international cooperation and support among member nations. The main purpose of the Commonwealth of Nations is to foster international cooperation and support among member nations. Question 14. What historical event is commemorated by Bonfire Night on November 5th each year? A. The restoration of the monarchy. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The end of the English Civil War. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Bonfire Night on November 5th commemorates the Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Question 15. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Theresa May. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Angela Merkel. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Question 16. What major political change occurred in the United Kingdom in 1999 involving devolution? A. The establishment of the Welsh Assembly. B. The reformation of the House of Lords. C. The independence of the Bank of England. D. The signing of the Lisbon Treaty. Answer: A. The establishment of the Welsh Assembly. In 1999, a major political change occurred with the establishment of the Welsh Assembly as part of the devolution process in the UK. Question 17. Which act, passed in 1534, declared the King of England as the head of the Church of England? A. The Act of Supremacy. B. The Act of Settlement. C. The Act of Union. D. The Royal Marriages Act. Answer: A. The Act of Supremacy. The Act of Supremacy, passed in 1534, declared the King of England as the head of the Church of England. Question 18. What year did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in Britain? A. 1918. B. 1928. C. 1939. D. 1945. Answer: A. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in Britain in 1918. Question 19. Who was known as the Iron Lady and why? A. Queen Elizabeth II for her long reign. B. Margaret Thatcher for her strong and uncompromising leadership style. C. Theresa May for her resilience in Brexit negotiations. D. Angela Merkel for her influence in European politics. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher for her strong and uncompromising leadership style. Margaret Thatcher was known as the Iron Lady due to her strong and uncompromising leadership style. Question 20. What is the primary role of the House of Lords in the UK Parliament? A. To draft legislation. B. To review and amend proposed legislation. C. To elect the Prime Minister. D. To govern the colonies. Answer: B. To review and amend proposed legislation. The primary role of the House of Lords in the UK Parliament is to review and amend proposed legislation. Question 21. What treaty brought the American Revolution to an end in 1783? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of London. D. The Treaty of Westminster. Answer: A. The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 brought the American Revolution to an end, officially recognizing the independence of the United States. Question 22. Which scientific figure formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation in the 17th century? A. Albert Einstein. B. Isaac Newton. C. Galileo Galilei. D. Nicolaus Copernicus. Answer: B. Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation in the 17th century, profoundly influencing the fields of physics and astronomy. Question 23. What is the significance of the Magna Carta in the development of British democracy? A. It established the British Parliament. B. It limited the powers of the monarchy and guaranteed certain civil rights. C. It abolished feudalism. D. It created the position of Prime Minister. Answer: B. It limited the powers of the monarchy and guaranteed certain civil rights. The Magna Carta, signed in 1215, is significant for limiting the powers of the monarchy and laying the foundation for modern democracy by guaranteeing certain civil rights. Question 24. Who was the monarch when the Bank of England was established in 1694? A. Queen Victoria. B. King James II. C. King William III. D. Queen Anne. Answer: C. King William III. King William III was the monarch when the Bank of England was established in 1694, part of broader efforts to finance war efforts and stabilize the economy. Question 25. What event in 1666 led to major changes in building regulations in London? A. The Great Plague. B. The English Civil War. C. The Great Fire of London. D. The Restoration of the Monarchy. Answer: C. The Great Fire of London. The Great Fire of London in 1666 led to major changes in building regulations to prevent future disasters of similar magnitude. Question 26. What is the term used for the UK's withdrawal from the European Union? A. Ukexit. B. Brit leave. C. Brexit. D. Woo depart. Answer: C. Brexit. The term used for the UK's withdrawal from the European Union is Brexit, a portmanteau of Britain and exit. Question 27. Who was the British monarch during the Golden Jubilee in 2002? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King George VI. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Elizabeth I. Answer: A. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II was the British monarch during the Golden Jubilee in 2002, marking the 50th anniversary of her accession to the throne. Question 28. What year did the United Kingdom host the Olympic Games most recently before 2020? A. 2012. B. 1948. C. 1908. D. 2000. Answer: A. 2012. The United Kingdom most recently hosted the Olympic Games before 2020 in the year 2012 in London. Question 29. Which series of laws passed in the 19th century expanded voting rights to a broader population in the UK? A. The Suffrage Acts. B. The Reform Acts. C. The Civil Rights Acts. D. The Representation Acts. Answer: B. The Reform Acts. The Reform Acts, a series of laws passed throughout the 19th century, expanded voting rights to a broader population in the UK. Question 30. What are the legal implications of the Acts of Union 1707 in the modern UK? A. They confirm the independence of the Scottish Parliament. B. They form the basis of constitutional law in the UK. C. They underpin the political union between England and Scotland. D. They are merely symbolic and have no legal standing today. Answer: C. They underpin the political union between England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1707 have significant legal implications as they underpin the political union between England and Scotland, forming the basis of the sovereign state known as Great Britain. Question 31. Who discovered penicillin and what impact did this discovery have on medicine? A. Marie Curie. B. Alexander Fleming. C. Louis Pasteur. D. Jonas Salk. Answer. B. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, and this discovery had a profound impact on medicine by introducing the age of antibiotics, which greatly reduced deaths from bacterial infections. Question 32. What significant reform did the Reform Act of 1832 achieve in British politics? A. It abolished property qualifications for voting. B. It introduced universal suffrage. C. It redistributed parliamentary seats more fairly. D. It established the Conservative Party. Answer. C. It redistributed parliamentary seats more fairly. The Reform Act of 1832 is notable for significantly redistributing parliamentary seats to better represent urban areas and reducing the representation of rotten boroughs. Question 33. During which conflict was the Battle of Britain fought? A. World War I. B. World War II. C. The Korean War. D. The Falklands War. Answer. B. World War II. The Battle of Britain was fought during World War II, marking a significant turning point in the Allies' favor. Question 34. Name the agreement that established peace in Northern Ireland in 1998. A. The Belfast Agreement. B. The Dublin Accord. C. The London Pact. D. The Edinburgh Agreement. Answer. A. The Belfast Agreement. The Belfast Agreement, also known as the Good Friday Agreement, established peace in Northern Ireland in 1998 by addressing issues of sovereignty, civil and cultural rights, decommissioning of weapons, justice, and policing. Question 35. What landmark decision did the UK Supreme Court make regarding Brexit in 2016? A. It ruled Brexit could proceed without a parliamentary vote. B. It ruled that a referendum was necessary to leave the EU. C. It ruled that Parliament must vote on triggering Article 50. D. It ruled that Scotland could veto Brexit. Answer. C. It ruled that Parliament must vote on triggering Article 50. In 2016, the UK Supreme Court made a landmark decision that Parliament must have a vote to trigger Article 50, which began the formal process of leaving the European Union. Question 36. Who was responsible for founding the National Health Service, NHS, in 1948? A. Winston Churchill. B. Clement Attlee. C. Aneurin Bevan. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer. C. Aneurin Bevan. Aneurin Bevan was responsible for founding the National Health Service in 1948, which established free healthcare at the point of delivery for all UK citizens. Question 37. What major environmental agreement did the UK ratify in 2015 aiming to combat climate change? A. The Kyoto Protocol. B. The Paris Agreement. C. The Copenhagen Accord. D. The Berlin Mandate. Answer. B. The Paris Agreement. In 2015, the UK ratified the Paris Agreement, a major environmental agreement aiming to combat climate change by limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Question 38. Which Act of Parliament was introduced to combat terrorism by preventing radicalization and terrorism in the UK? A. The Anti-Terrorism Act. B. The Prevention of Terrorism Act. C. The Counter-Terrorism and Security Act. D. The National Security Act. Answer. C. The Counter-Terrorism and Security Act. The Counter-Terrorism and Security Act was introduced to combat terrorism by preventing radicalization and ensuring national security within the UK. Question 39. What was the primary purpose of the Elizabeth Tower renovation that began in 2017? A. To modernize the clock mechanism. B. To enhance tourist access. C. To repair and conserve the aging structure. D. To install digital displays. Answer: C. To repair and conserve the aging structure. The primary purpose of the Elizabeth Tower renovation that began in 2017 was to repair and conserve the aging structure, including the clock and its bell, known as Big Ben. Question 40. What 2014 legislation reformed how pensions are accessed and taxed in the UK? A. The Pension Schemes Act. B. The Pension Reform Act. C. The Retirement Savings Act. D. The Financial Independence Act. Answer: A. The Pension Schemes Act. The Pension Schemes Act of 2014 reformed how pensions are accessed and taxed in the UK, providing greater flexibility in how individuals can use their retirement savings. Question 41. Who is recognized for breaking the Enigma Code during World War II, significantly impacting the war's outcome? A. Alan Turing. B. Winston Churchill. C. Robert Watson Watt. D. Bernard Montgomery. Answer: A. Alan Turing. Alan Turing is recognized for his crucial role in breaking the Enigma Code during World War II, which significantly impacted the war's outcome by allowing Allied forces to intercept German communications. Question 42. What crisis in 1956 marked the decline of Britain as a global power? A. The Falklands War. B. The Suez Crisis. C. The Cold War. D. The Berlin Blockade. Answer: B. The Suez Crisis. The Suez Crisis in 1956 marked a significant moment in the decline of Britain as a global power, demonstrating the limitations of its influence when it was forced to withdraw its troops under pressure from the United States and the United Nations. Question 43. What does the Sewell Convention involve in the context of UK legislative practices? A. It relates to the conduct of members within the House of Commons. B. It governs the legislative consent of devolved assemblies in matters that affect them. C. It outlines the procedures for parliamentary elections. D. It defines the powers of the House of Lords. Answer: B. It governs the legislative consent of devolved assemblies in matters that affect them. The Sewell Convention involves the understanding that the UK Parliament will not normally legislate on devolved matters without the consent of the devolved legislature affected by the legislation. Question 44. Which British scientist played a pivotal role in the development of the World Wide Web? A. Charles Babbage. B. Tim Berners-Lee. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Alexander Graham Bell. Answer: B. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee played a pivotal role in the development of the World Wide Web, proposing an information management system in 1989, which later became known as the Web. Question 45. What was the significant contribution of the Beveridge Report during World War II? A. It outlined a comprehensive system of social insurance. B. It provided strategies for military defense. C. It detailed plans for post-war economic recovery. D. It proposed educational reforms for post-war Britain. Answer: A. It outlined a comprehensive system of social insurance. The Beveridge Report, published during World War II, made a significant contribution by outlining a comprehensive system of social insurance, laying the groundwork for the modern welfare state. Question 46. What law, passed in 1967, began the process of decriminalizing homosexual acts between men in England and Wales? A. The Civil Partnership Act. B. The Sexual Offences Act. C. The Equality Act. D. The Human Rights Act. Answer: B. The Sexual Offences Act. The Sexual Offences Act of 1967 began the process of decriminalizing homosexual acts between men over the age of 21 in England and Wales, marking a significant step towards equality. Question 47. Who was the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Winston Churchill. C. Harold Wilson. D. Clement Attlee. Answer: A. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century, holding office from 1979 to 1990. Question 48. What was the main reason for the construction of Hadrian's Wall in Roman Britain? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts. C. As a trade barrier. D. To serve as a transport route. Answer. B. To protect Roman Britain from the Picts. Hadrian's Wall was constructed in Roman Britain primarily to protect the Roman province from the Pictish tribes to the north. Question 49. Which treaty confirmed the independence of the American colonies from Britain in 1783? A. The Treaty of Paris. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Treaty of Ghent. D. The Treaty of London. Answer. A. The Treaty of Paris. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 confirmed the independence of the American colonies from Britain, formally ending the American Revolutionary War. Question 50. What was the primary reason for the 19th century Corn Laws? A. To encourage agricultural innovation. B. To protect British landowners by imposing tariffs on grain imports. C. To reduce the cost of food for urban populations. D. To increase trade with European countries. Answer. B. To protect British landowners by imposing tariffs on grain imports. The primary reason for the 19th century Corn Laws was to protect British landowners by imposing tariffs on grain imports, which kept grain prices high to benefit domestic producers. Question 51. Which British monarch is associated with the establishment of the Church of England? A. Henry VIII. B. Elizabeth I. C. James I. D. Charles I. Answer. A. Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is associated with the establishment of the Church of England after his split from the Roman Catholic Church in the 1530s. Question 52. What is the legal foundation for the special relationship between the UK and the USA? A. The Atlantic Charter. B. The NATO Agreement. C. The UK-USA Data Sharing Treaty. D. The British-American Security Agreement. Answer. A. The Atlantic Charter. The Atlantic Charter, a pivotal policy statement issued in 1941 during World War II by the United States and the United Kingdom, laid the foundation for the special relationship between the two countries. Question 53. Name the treaty that ended the Boer War and what year it was signed. A. The Treaty of Vereeniging, 1902. B. The Treaty of Paris, 1901. C. The Treaty of London, 1905. D. The Treaty of Brussels, 1903. Answer. A. The Treaty of Vereeniging, 1902. The Treaty of Vereeniging in 1902 ended the Boer War between the British Empire and two Boer states, the South African Republic and the Orange Free State. Question 54. Who was the British monarch at the start of the 20th century? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. King George V. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer. B. King Edward VII. King Edward VII was the British monarch at the start of the 20th century, having succeeded Queen Victoria in 1901. Question 55. What significant public health service was launched in 1948 in the United Kingdom? A. The Public Health Service. B. The National Health Service, NHS. C. The British Medical Association. D. The Health and Social Care Act. Answer. B. The National Health Service, NHS. The National Health Service, NHS, was launched in 1948 in the United Kingdom, providing healthcare services funded through general taxation to all UK residents. Question 56. What role does the monarch play during the UK general elections? A. The monarch has a deciding vote in the event of a tie. B. The monarch officially opens Parliament after the election. C. The monarch can veto election results. D. The monarch nominates candidates for prime minister. Answer: B. The monarch officially opens parliament after the election. After UK general elections, the monarch's role is ceremonial, including the official opening of the new parliament. Question 57. Name the piece of legislation that aimed to address climate change by setting legally binding emissions reductions targets. A. The Clean Air Act. B. The Climate Change Act 2008. C. The Environmental Protection Act. D. The Green Initiative Act. Answer: B. The Climate Change Act 2008. The Climate Change Act 2008 was groundbreaking legislation in the UK that aimed to address climate change by setting legally binding emissions reduction targets. Question 58. Who was the Prime Minister when the UK decided to join the European Economic Community? A. Harold Wilson. B. Edward Heath. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Tony Blair. Answer: B. Edward Heath. Edward Heath was the Prime Minister when the UK decided to join the European Economic Community in 1973. Question 59. What landmark UK law provides for public access to government-held information? A. The Public Information Act. B. The Freedom of Information Act. C. The Data Protection Act. D. The Transparency Act. Answer: B. The Freedom of Information Act. The Freedom of Information Act is a landmark UK law that provides public access to government-held information, promoting transparency and accountability in public administration. Question 60. What is the significance of the UK's triple lock pension scheme? A. It guarantees that pensions increase each year by the highest of price inflation, average earnings growth, or a minimum of 5%. B. It locks pension funds until age 75. C. It triples the pension funds based on the number of years worked. D. It provides 3 types of pensions based on income levels. Answer: A. It guarantees that pensions increase each year by the highest of price inflation, average earnings growth, or a minimum of 5%. The UK's triple lock pension scheme is significant because it ensures that state pensions do not lose value over time by guaranteeing that they increase each year by the highest of these 3 measures. Question 61. Describe the primary responsibilities of the UK Secretary of State for Defence. A. To manage the national budget and financial policies. B. To oversee all aspects of the nation's defense, including the armed forces. C. To handle foreign diplomatic relations exclusively. D. To direct the National Health Services. Answer: B. To oversee all aspects of the nation's defense, including the armed forces. The UK Secretary of State for Defense is primarily responsible for overseeing all aspects of the nation's defense, including the management of the armed forces. Question 62. What historic document, signed in 1689, influenced the development of parliamentary democracy in Britain? A. The Bill of Rights. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Charter of Liberties. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer: A. The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights, signed in 1689, greatly influenced the development of parliamentary democracy in Britain by setting out certain rights of the Parliament and limiting the powers of the monarch. Question 63. What are the 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom? A. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. B. England, Scotland, Wales, and the Republic of Ireland. C. England, Scotland, Wales, and Cornwall. D. England, Scotland, Brittany, and Northern Ireland. Answer: A. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The United Kingdom is composed of 4 countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Question 64. What 1972 agreement allowed the UK to adjust its national laws to align with European Union laws? A. The Brussels Act. B. The European Communities Act. C. The Maastricht Treaty. D. The Lisbon Treaty. Answer B. The European Communities Act. The European Communities Act of 1972 allowed the UK to adjust its national laws to align with European Union laws, marking a significant step in the UK's integration into the EU. Question 65. What major political and cultural shift occurred in Britain during the late 1960s and early 1970s related to immigration? A. The implementation of the Commonwealth Immigrants Act. B. The start of the Windrush generation's arrival. C. The introduction of multicultural policies. D. The closing of borders to non-European immigrants. Answer A. The implementation of the Commonwealth Immigrants Act. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, a major political and cultural shift occurred in Britain with the implementation of the Commonwealth Immigrants Act, which aimed to control the immigration of individuals from Commonwealth countries, reflecting changing attitudes towards immigration and its impact on British society.